So a newborn schedule consists of eat, play, sleep, and Hi moms, my name is Liz Feezy. I'm a midwife and an author and a mother of two 4-year-old twin girls. And in this video,
I'm talking about a newborn schedule and sleeping.
And I've taken a very practical approach to this video to make it as simple and easy as possible. And the very first thing I want to touch on is something that people love to tell you, and I want to put a bit of a reality spin on it. Sleep when the baby sleeps. So it's not entirely stupid, if I can call it like that. There are times that you should actually put your head down. If the baby is sleeping, you catch a half an hour nap, if you can. But very often, it's not the reality because you have been busy with this baby. Listen, they take up a surprising amount of time. It's really a 24/7 job, I promise you. So you're busy with this baby the whole morning, changing and feeding and bottles or feeding, whatever it is. Now she's finally asleep. And this is now when everybody's saying, you should also sleep. It just doesn't always work that way. That might be the first chance you get to go shower. By the time you're done showering, washing your hair, she's awake, ready for another feed. By the time you have a second nap, then you realize, oh, you are so hungry, you just want to make something to eat. You get halfway through your sandwich, she's awake or she's got a poopy nappy. So fine, you go and change it. Then finally you get her back down for a nap and you realize this kitchen is a complete mess. Are you going to nap now? But if you nap, you're not going to be able to sleep because you're just going to be thinking about the dirty kitchen the whole time. So you'd rather do that. So yes, if you can, sometimes leave the dirty kitchen. It's important to eat and drink, especially if you're breastfeeding. So try to not skip too many meals. But it's so easy to feel guilty. Oh, my house is a mess. And then my in-laws are coming and my friends are coming. What are they going to think? You know what? Stop caring what they think. So if they say sleep when the baby is sleeping, they basically mean if you can catch a nap when the baby is down, prioritize the nap sometimes over house duties, but it's not always possible. But don't feel guilty if you do that. You're allowed to catch a nap every now and then. Damn it, you are tired. And while we're on a schedule, sleep deprivation for moms, it's a real thing. Some people have it very little, some people have it a lot, but this is a type of sleep deprivation that you can't compare to when you were 18, having parties and going to bed at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. Because when you do that, you get to sleep until 11 or 12 o'clock and sleep off the hangover and, start afresh, and tomorrow you're back to normal. When you have a newborn, it never stops. It's a 24/7 cycle, and that is what is causing sleep deprivation, because there's no point where you can catch up with a 5 or 6 hour nap before you start all over again. It's day and it's night. It's a very short period of time. It feels like it's forever, but it's a very short period of time, and I promise it will pass. But it is intense and it can be quite reality shock for a new mom. So sleep deprivation looks different for everybody. Don't compare it to your friend. Don't compare it to your sister. It's going to be different for everyone. For me, with twins, sleep deprivation was insane. I didn't think I was going to survive the newborn periods. But then, at the same time, there are other twin moms that I would talk to that had a fantastic time. They were sleeping fine. She was catching 3-4 hours sleep a night. No problem. And just because I had a different experience doesn't mean there's anything wrong with my girls. We were just different. So a newborn schedule consists of eat, that's feeding, play, sleep, and pooping. That's what you need to know about newborns. The order doesn't always stay consistent. It might be, instead of eat, sleep, play, poop, whatever, it might be eat, sleep, maybe not sleep so much, poop, sleep, poop again, eat again, sleep again. And that's when sleep deprivation kicks in. But that's what it is about. And I'm severely simplifying the whole process because you could possibly add crying in between there. For some, it's very little. For others, it's constant. But that's more or less what you need to know about a newborn schedule. While we're sticking on the sleeping topic, let me put Little Haven down here. Babies can confuse day and night when they are born. And that's a little bit tricky sometimes to fix because when they're in the womb, they don't know the difference between day and night. They just sleep whatever they want to sleep and then they wake up. There's no rhythm here. They just do their own thing. And it's actually very easy for babies to switch day and night when you are pregnant, because during the day, if you are busy, you are walking around or you are in the kitchen or you're doing stuff, that movement can lull the baby to sleep. That rocking movement is actually when they're born. That rocking chair is amazing because it puts them right to sleep. And then at night, when you now sit down and you want to sleep, they've slept enough during the day, now they're awake. So a lot of moms who tell me, listen, at night these kids go wild because they've had enough rest during the day. So when they're born, they can keep going with that same rhythm. And it can be very difficult for you because in the daytime, your baby sleeps like a baby. And while the baby is sleeping, you get to do some washing, you get to shower. It's fantastic. And you don't nap necessarily because it's daytime. Then tonight, when you're tired and you're ready to go and sleep, then your baby is wide awake and it's playtime and they just want to feed and you can't get them back down. It's very normal, and there are a couple of things you can do to reverse this schedule. The one thing is to recreate the feeling inside the womb. So when you want the baby to sleep, make the room a little bit darker, put white noise on, swaddle the baby, wrap them up nicely, just create the environment that made them go to sleep in the womb. While during the day, you make it light in the house, you take them for a walk outside, you put them in the baby carrier where they might still sleep, but it's not the same kind of sleep because their arms are outside, and they can see, and as you walk around, they can see what's going on. But you can start getting them used to the fact that if they're in the wrap, if they're in a stroller, if you're busy in the house and it's light, we are awake. And then at night, you are the most boring person on earth. You just put them down, change a nappy, feed them, burp them, put them down, they must go to sleep. And then you can also try to stick to wake windows. So I've dropped a link below with great resources for wake windows for baby to know how long they should sleep for, how long they should be awake for, when you should play, when you should wake them up. And if it's really a problem that they sleep long during the day, you can start capping their naps, between 2 and 3 hours, and no more than 3 hours, so that they don't do these long stretches of sleep during the day. And then at night, they have to catch up on their feeds because they slept so much during the day. Now at night, they're hungry. This one is for you and your partner. And I just want to put it out there that love at first sight with babies is not necessarily the reality for everybody. It is very common for moms and even more for dads or partners to sometimes feel like they are not bonding with the baby as well as you are. Or if you are the mom and you're not bonding with your baby, that is also very, very normal to initially feel, it's your baby and you feel love, but you just don't feel that bond yet, and it can take a little bit of time. Some people have it instantaneously. Everybody is different, and give your partner, if your partner is feeling that way, give them a little bit of space to just, feel better about it, or give them some bonding time with the baby. Perhaps instead of letting the baby napping on you all the time, skin to skin, give the baby skin to skin to your partner. If the baby is fed, clean, sleepy, let your partner have some moments that would encourage bonding if they are struggling a little bit with that. And then the last thing, I want to remind you that every phase has an end. I promise, nothing lasts forever. When you are in the thick of things and you feel that this is going to be the end of your life today, if you can just make it through today, you're going to be good. And then it all starts again tomorrow. Just know that everything will end. I remember the newborn phase and the different phases that I felt like I can't survive another day like this. I literally cannot do one more day like this. I will go insane. And then somehow you get through that day. You take one day at a time. Tomorrow, it's a fresh start. I have a warm cup of coffee for a change and I feel positive. I'm ready for another day, but just take one day at a time. And then one day you look back and you realize, oh wow, we're no longer in that phase where they cry all the time, or they do this or they do that. And I actually feel like I'm coping a little bit better. I'm still in survival mode, but it's a different survival mode, it's a different phase. So if you are in the thick of things, it will pass. I promise it will pass. If you like this video, please share in the comments what you would add about newborns that you didn't know when you took your baby home. And keep a watch out for my upcoming videos. Until next time.